welcome Barbara and Nicholas. Thank you so much for taking the time out to speak all things the manor. I guess we should probably start at the beginning, and if you can both sort of say, what it was about the, about the script that really spoke to you when you read it.
I loved the character, first of all. I loved that she was so irreverent and swore and was just an untypical person. Her life force was so strong, and that she finds herself in this dilemma. I found really interesting, and in the movie itself, I was fascinated with the fact that of all the twists and turns it took, I thought it was one kind of movie, and then it would be more of another kind of movie, and I was surprised by it, and then the ending surprised me totally. So all that was good. It made me want to do it.
Nicholas?
Yeah. Well, when I first read the script, I was just drawn to I was just drawn to the character and his relationship with his grandmother. I have a similar relationship with my grandmother, and she's an amazing person, and she's this, free spirit, and she's, funny and young, and, all these things. And so that was the first thing that drew me in. And then, like Barbara said, reading the script, it starts out as this kind of psychological horror, and it turns into other things. And it, I didn't know what to expect reading it. It really, threw me at some points, and I was like, oh wow, this is like something totally different. And then it turns into, this other thing, and the ending, which is, I was not expecting at all. And it was just a really cool, really unique script and it was something I haven't really seen before.
Yeah. And one of the things that I really loved about Judith is, she's not quote unquote old. How important, how important was it for you to, through Judith, communicate that, you don't just suddenly age out, people do have a normal life.
I'm glad you said that, because that's very important to me. I feel like there's an enormous amount of prejudice in film about older people. And, if anything, you get better. As long as you can stay healthy and keep growing, it's just like the rest of your life, except more because you've experienced some more. You look at a project like Game of Thrones, and they have people of all ages, and you care about all of them. So I was really happy to see this, and basically we're human beings, and I believe in age. I don't believe in the numbers, and you are what you embody. And she's a young spirit, and she's youthful, and what's happening to her body is something she's experiencing. What's happening to her mind is something she's experiencing for the first time. So it's fascinating.
And I mean, we are living, as a society, we are living older, so do you think it's time that TV and film start to address this sort of, this stereotype that there seems to be of an old person, you sort of hit like 60 or 70 and suddenly you've got like a Zimmer frame, do we need to sort of readdress that now that, we are living for so much longer, and, people have such a, a better quality of life?
Yeah. I mean, it's, here I am, I'm 73. And here I am, I'm not really any different, except I look a little older, but it's, you're still sexual, you're still learning, you're still vibrant, you're still, like I've always been. So yeah, I think I think it's odd that it doesn't reflect it more. I mean, because we're all heading there, might as well have a positive spin on it, as well as the cliched negative ones.
And Nicholas, what's it like having Barbara as an on-screen grandmother? I love the relationship between the two characters.
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, Barbara is a legend, and just working with her and absorbing all this information as an actor, it was one of the best acting classes I've ever had. Just watching her and hearing all these stories and stuff, and it was an amazing experience. I'm so lucky to have had that experience.
Did you guys have much time, ahead of the shoots? I know a lot of time, actors are sort of thrown together, but did you have any time ahead of time to sort of, work on that dynamic together?
No,
Not really.
Oh,
You
sorry.
go, Nicholas.
Before, no, not really. We met once at a restaurant, and we kind of like formed that bond on set, like as we were going, and it was so lucky that it happened that way, and it was it came so easy.
Yeah, and it kind of ignited too. It was, aside from what you hope happens, it just happened between us really easily. Yeah, probably because of your grandmother. You came in all open.
Yes.
I guess it's not just with your Barbara. You're quite a young actor, still quite early on in your career, and you're suddenly surrounded by all these people that have been doing this job for years. So did you sort of take it as a as a learning experience?
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know how you can even grow as an actor without I mean, these working with people that are that have all this experience. It's free lessons. It's free. It's just all this knowledge that is just there. It's you would be dumb not to take all of it in as an actor.
And Barbara, I think this was a a screen reunion for yourself and Bruce Davison. I think you worked together a few years back. What is it like to work with him? How is he as a scene partner?
It was so much fun because I was 19 years old he was too, when we worked with each other, and we hadn't seen each other since. So it was really something. It was fun. It's fun to see how people develop, from a kid to a mature person. Yeah, we got on great. And it was I didn't have. I enjoyed it a lot. I was just thinking we didn't have a whole lot of scenes, but the ones we had were a lot of fun. I had fun with everybody on this film. I mean, it was a great cast.
Yeah.
And you over your career, you've worked within horror quite a lot. What is it about this genre that sort of appeals to you so much? What does it allow you to do?
I'm not against the genre. I've equally worked in other things, but I think as you get older, and probably women in film, they offer you horror films. I just am always going for the best roles I can find and the best things I can find. It's really that simple. I do think horror has a satisfying place for us as audiences because, and I'm not a fan of slasher things. I'm talking psychological horror, because I think we're built as animals to have fear and to experience fear. And this is a safe place to vicariously feel fear. It doesn't hurt anyone and you don't get hurt. And it's sort of satisfying on that level, I think.
And Halloween's coming up. Do you guys have any go-to spooky films?
Wow, The Exorcist is the scariest thing to me. I also love this really obscure one that I love, Nicholas Roeg, Don't Look Now, with Julie Christie and Donald Sutherland. That I saw that again the other night. Have you seen that, Nicholas? It's really good.
No,
oh my God. Julie Christie, Donald Sutherland, Don't Look Now. You should see it.
Don't Look Now.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love all types, all subgenres of horror, and that's hard because one of my favorite psychological horror movies, there's Rosemary's Baby, The Orphanage, that's another one. I also love zombie movies. That's like kind of my number one thing. I love George A. Romero, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. I love all that. Yeah, so I mean I'm just playing horror movies all month. Starting in what is it, a few days.
The thing that cracks me up about zombies, though, is there seems to be the zombie school of acting of zombies have to walk a certain way and act a certain way, and
yeah. I mean, like 20 Days Later, that's a real, like, you know, it's like a deconstruction of a zombie movie, and that's truly terrifying. That's actually like, you know, a psychological horror movie. It takes the genre in a different direction.
Good. What is it called?
20 Days Later.
Okay, I'll look for it.
Yeah, so good.
But you know, hopefully, you know, people will be sticking the manor on this Halloween. So I will.
Yeah.
I will keep my fingers crossed that that's what everyone's settling down with. And now, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.